that you're not going to understand because we had Johnny, Lucifer, fucking Satan all the time, and he still don't even know the name, and he heard the name more than anybody.
He still say it fucking wrong. He say Yahweh Shai all the time.
Because he's stupid. Yeah. This is 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 12. And the Lord appeared to Solomon by night and said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and have chosen this place to myself for an house of sacrifice. If I shut up heaven, that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face. And where's his face? His face towards the east. And turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Now my eyes shall be open and my ears attend unto the prayer that is made in this place. In what place? Towards the east gate. Which means as long as we're facing towards the east gate and we're humbling ourselves unto Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai in spirit and in truth, not by fucking flesh, but in spirit and in truth, picturing myself there, humbling myself to the great throne and being in fear and terrified. Terrified that he's going to place something in my left hand and I know that's a curse. Terrified that he's going to place something in my right hand and everybody's going to be after me. Terrified. But his eyes and his ears will be open on that day, and if you're doing it the righteous way. Not to mention you need the prayer. Not the prayer I said, but the prayer that Yahweh Shai said. Abana wa Shaba Shamayam. Abana, which is our Father. Shaba Shamayam. Shaba Shamayam, which is art in heaven. Shamayam is heaven. Right? Quadash Haya Shamka Yahweh. Quadash is holy. Shamka is a name in your. Ka is for your or yours. And Yahweh, the Most High. Shamka Yahweh. Yeah. Abanawa Shaba Shamayam Quadash Shamka Yahweh. We're not going to get into that as of right now. I want to get more scripture. So if you got something, go ahead.
Yeah, this is 1 Kings 8 and 15. And he said, Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, the power of Israel, which spake with his mouth unto David my father, and have with his hand fulfilled his saying. Since the day that I brought forth my people Israel out of Egypt, I chose no city out of all the tribes of Israel to build an house that my name might be there. But I chose David to be over my people Israel. And it was in the heart of David, my father, to build an house for the name of the Lord, Yahweh of Israel. And the Lord said unto David, my father, whereas it was in thy heart to build an house unto my name, thou didst well that it was in thy heart. Nevertheless, thou shalt not build the house, but thy son that shall come forth out of thy loins, he shall build the house unto my name. And the Lord hath performed his word that he spake, and I am risen up, in the room of David my father, and sit on the throne of Israel, as the Lord promised, and have built an house for the name of the Lord, power of Israel. And I have set there a place for an ark, wherein is the covenant of the Lord, which he made with our father, which he brought them out of the land of Egypt. And Solomon stood before the altar of the Lord in the presence of all the congregation of Israel, and spread forth his hands toward heaven. And he said, Yahweh, power of Israel, there is no God like thee, in heaven above or on earth beneath, who keepeth covenant and mercy with thy servants that walk before thee with all their heart. Like my brother just said, man, you gotta be in this thing humbling. You gotta be in spirit and in truth, because the Most High knows your heart. So He knows, half steppers. You know what I mean? So that's why you really, but in your head, you still gonna be questioning yourself the whole time you in it. That's why you gotta ask the Most High to just keep you strong and keep you rooted and built up. Because Satan gonna tempt you, with his shit and try to get you out. That's why you gotta really,
that's why
stand firm, man.
That's why prayer is such important. And teaching the people how to pray by the Most High's word is super important, especially in these times.
And really believing in the name. When when I first met him and he gave me the name, when I first started going, you really gotta be like a kid believing in Santa Claus. When you call upon the name of the Most High, you really gotta have that much faith, for real. That's why the scripture says. Can you get that for me? When the scripture says, have faith like a child. Yahweh told his disciples.
You get this out while you get that?
Hold on, I'm still going.
Okay.
Who has kept with thy servant David his father, Salakia, my father, that thou promised him, thou speakest also with thy mouth, and hast fulfilled it with thy hand, as it is this day. Therefore now, Lord, power of Israel, keep with thy servant David my father, that thou promised him, saying, there shall no fail thee a man in my sight to sit on the throne of Israel, so that thy children take heed to their way, that they walk before me as thou hast walked before me. And now, O Yahweh, power of Israel, let thy word, I pray thee, be verified which thou spakest unto thy servant David my father. But will God indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens cannot contain thee, how much less this house that I have built. And that goes on, these church buildings as well, trying to say that the Most High is in there. The scripture just said, the heaven of heavens, where the Most High sit, can't contain it. So how the fuck a building gonna be able to contain it?
Small ass building on earth. Every time you hear some shit like that, that's the reason why you need prayer. Because you never know if your loved one or your ass is gonna be up in that fucking ambulance ride.
It says, yet have thou respect unto the prayer of thy servant and to his supplication. O Yahweh, my power, to hearken unto the cry and to the prayer which thou servant prayed before thee today, that thy eyes may be open toward this house night and day. And that house is towards the east gate that David wanted to build, but he couldn't. The Most High told him he couldn't build it. He let his son Solomon build it for him. And that's the house.
God. And that's actually on a carnal carnal thing. Because Yahweh Shai, he's the true ultimate, but he really was Solomon, reincarnated. But the first time the Most High does something, it's always carnal. The second time is spiritual. And he gives everything to the spirit. You think the carnal's bad? I ain't compared nothing compared to the spirit.
Everything is carnal first, because we all think carnal minded.
So it's the carnal that's going to draw you in. And then once you're drawn in, then he's going to now I'm going to show you the secrets of this.
Right,
which is the spirit.
Oh, okay, now I get it.
Now you're diverse. Now I can break it to you in spirit, and I can break it to you in the carnal, and it still leads you to the same shit. That's what prayer does. Right, go ahead.
It says that thy eyes may be open toward this house night and day, even toward the place of which thou hast said, my name shall be there, that thou mayest hearken unto the prayer which thy servant shall make toward this place, and hearken thou to the supplication of thy servant and of thy people Israel.
And what?
Now that's important right there.
Of thy people Israel.
And of thy people, right. So the Most High is only hearing the prayers of his people, not of all nations.
But all nations,
right.
He will hear your prayer if you humble yourself to his children.
Now he hears Ishmael.
Oh yeah. And Ishmael hears him. But he told Ishmael to be